It turned out to be a killer punch. A 27-year-old worker at a Dunkin' Donuts store took a swing at a 77-year-old customer, hitting him in the jaw.
Tampa police say that Corey Pujols hit the man after he called him a racial slur multiple times. It happened a week ago at the Dunkin' store inside the Marathon gas station just south of the Leroy Selman Expressway. 8 on Your Side's Nico Clement joins us there live.
I want you to imagine these are two black news anchors. And the story is about a 20-something-year-old white guy punching and killing an elderly black man over something he said. Now watch this story with that in mind.
It turned out to be a killer punch. A 27-year-old worker at a Dunkin' Donuts store took a swing at a 77-year-old customer, hitting him in the jaw.
Tampa police say that Corey Pujols hit the man after he called him a racial slur multiple times. It happened a week ago at the Dunkin' store inside the Marathon gas station just south of the Leroy Selman Expressway. 8 on Your Side's Nico Clement joins us there live.
Keith, Stacy, just a tragic and awful story. So this all started in the drive-thru, escalated inside the Dunkin' store, and that's when things took a violent turn.
Two good people, just bad situation.
Junior Chappell lives down the street from Dunkin' and the Marathon gas station. He's here just about every day, so he's familiar with people who work inside and some of the customers.
We were shocked when we heard that it happened to him.
So there's a lot of white people in this area. Okay? If the roles were reversed, there would be Nation of Islam, Black Lives Matter, Al Sharpton, Ben Crump, and all the little protesters would be out there protesting, acting the damn fool. There's a lot of white folk in this area, but they just taking it in stride. And this happens, as you're going to see if you subscribe to my channel. This happens 20 times as much as the other way around. At least.
Two good people, just bad situation.
Junior Chappell lives down the street from Dunkin' and the Marathon gas station. He's here just about every day, so he's familiar with people who work inside and some of the customers.
We were shocked when we heard that it happened to him.
Tampa police say a 77-year-old man was in the drive-thru last week. He got upset because he wasn't getting good service. Police say after employees asked him to leave, the man went inside and kept arguing with this man, Corey Pujols. The police...
Corey Pujols. When I first read this story, I was like, thank God it's not one of us. Damn Latino. Then I saw this dude picture. The cat dog.
We were shocked when we heard that it happened to him.
Tampa police say a 77-year-old man was in the drive-thru last week. He got upset because he wasn't getting good service. Police say after employees asked him to leave, the man went inside and kept arguing with this man, Corey Pujols. The police report says the man called Pujols a racial slur. When he said the slur again, police say Pujols punched the man on the jaw. The man fell, hitting his head on the ground. Police say the man died 2 days later in the hospital. Chappell says he knows both men.
Vaughn, old veteran, so maybe he's had flashbacks from the war or something like that. Maybe something he just, he was getting up there in age, so he was having issues.
Wow. That's absolutely amazing. So something the white man did contributed to his death. Wow. If this was reversed, there would have been nothing that the black man did. If this was a black guy and the roles was reversed, that it would have been nothing that black man could have done that could have resulted in his death. It wouldn't have mattered. Nothing would have mattered. Oh, he did that. black man could have went in there and did anything from A to Z, and there would have been no talk of how what he did contributed to his death.
Chappell says he knows both men.
Vaughn, old veteran, so maybe he's had flashbacks from the war or something like that. Maybe something he just, he was getting up there in age, so he was having issues.
A Dunkin' spokeswoman sent Aid on Your Side a statement saying, "We are deeply saddened by the incident at our franchised restaurant in Tampa, Florida."
He was a good guy. He used to open up for Dunkin' Donuts almost every morning. He'd offer us free coffee. We helped him with trash and stuff like that. And, it's just surprising, he would be the one to do something like this.
So this white guy hangs out at the Dunkin' Donuts every day, doing odd jobs for free coffee and stuff like that. White privilege, man, right? These the people stealing our resources, right? He the reason I ain't got shit, right? There are more white people like this than black people total. So the reason I say that there's 200 million whites in America and there's 40-something million African Americans. That includes octoroons, biracials, people like Sean King that just want to say they black. All of them. It's 40 million of them. 40-something million of them. Nigerians, Jamaicans, Haitians, all combined equal 40 million. There's more than that, more of these in this country than that. Seemed like a good dude to me, though. I take this dude's word, though. He don't have no reason to lie. He doesn't sound biased at all. That's one thing about him. He don't sound biased at all. All this racial that they talking about, everybody racist all the time, 24/7. Everything's about race. White privilege. White people have privilege. This dude is a narrative destroyer, man. We don't even need, this is this dude right here. All I gotta do is play this. I should open my videos with this dude. This is a narrative buster right here.
Saying, "We are deeply saddened by the incident at our franchised restaurant in Tampa, Florida."
He was a good guy. He used to open up for Dunkin' Donuts almost every morning. He'd offer us free coffee. We helped him with trash and stuff like that. And, it's just surprising, he would be the one to do something like this.
And police arrested Pujols after he punched the man, but Pujols bonded out. He was arrested again Friday and charged with aggravated manslaughter. On live.
Wait. So after the young black virtual slave, we living in slavery basically, punched the privileged old senior citizen and put him in the hospital, he went to jail and got out and was only rearrested after the man died, succumbed to his injuries? Wow. That's not what we're being told on CNN every night. We're told that in this case, the brother would have been, first the cops would have killed him, but if he would have survived being killed by the cops for no reason other than that he punched the white man, he'd have went straight to the penitentiary, Florence Supermax. He'd have went to Florence ADX. Straight. Started serving a life sentence.
And police arrested Pujols after he punched the man, but Pujols bonded out. He was arrested again Friday and charged with aggravated manslaughter. I'm live in Tampa. Nico Clemens, 8 on your side.
He didn't deserve this.
Heartbroken at home.
He's just the sweetest boy.
Cameron Morey told me about the boy he calls his brother, Cash Jernan.
He was the sweetest boy ever. He loved like y'all right here. He'd be so happy to run out here. Like, what's up, y'all?
Told you. It's more of them. These trashy motherfuckers that supposed to have all this privilege. And the reason every nigga you talk to ain't got shit. Holding everybody back and shit. foot on every nigga neck. It's more of them than all of the black people in the country.
He loved like y'all right here. He'd be so happy to run out here. Like, what's up, y'all?
Sadly, Cash was found dead in the street Saturday morning, just blocks from his home.
Honestly, I'm confused, bro. Like, why? He was 4, you know? Like, who does this to 4-year-old kids? You know what I'm saying?
Police arrested 18-year-old Darian Brown. DPD says Brown broke in and kidnapped the child around 5 a.m. Saturday. The family says cameras inside the home captured it all.
It shows him coming in, took him while he was asleep. While he's asleep. Carried him out of my house while he's asleep.
Well, look, man. I don't even know what to call this guy. Bro, look, bro. Little black kids get killed in their sleep all the time. I do stories all the time. Every week, some black kid sleeping in their house and they killed by a brother, man. Brothers been killing little kids in their sleep for a long time, man. Join the club.
And took him while he was asleep. While he's asleep. Carried him out of my house while he's asleep.
Brown faces kidnapping and burglary charges. Investigators anticipate more charges after they get results from the lab.
Why couldn't he do it to me? I'd rather me than him.
Cameron said he went to high school with the suspect, but he believes the crime is random.
Random, yes, random out of nowhere. For no reason. There's no reason for none of this. There's no, like, it's not from revenge, not from hate, not from none of that. Not to get back at us, nothing.
Cash is not Cameron's biological brother. Cameron said his mom was dating a man who has a few sons, and Cash is one of them. A few months back, they broke up, and the man left the boys with Cameron's mom.
That was my brother. I don't care if anybody told me he wasn't, he was.
He says he's devastated.
Just to do it. Did it just to do it.
Grieving the loss of this 4-year-old, found dead in the street.
I don't understand, bro. Why they do it to him?
In Dallas, I'm Alex Rozier.
We now know the identity of the man suspected of killing a Dallas toddler. That man's been identified as 18-year-old Darren Brown. So far, he is only being charged with kidnapping and theft, but investigators say they are anticipating more charges pending the results of a forensic analysis.
Wow. That's not what they tell us in the media, man. They tell us, man, they said black dude did it. If he survived the initial arrest from the cops and the brutal beating he gonna get on the way to the station, you know, punched in the face and lip busted and nose bleeding and eyes black on the way to the station for killing a dear sweet white child. If he survives that, transport to the police station is straight to ADX Florence Supermax to be put under the prison for the rest of his life. But here they're telling us that the police can only charge him with what they can prove so far. That just like everyone else, just like me and everybody I ever knew who went into the criminal justice system, you only get charged with what they can prove. And as they can prove more, they add more charges. That's not what we're told. Critical race theory. So this brother's getting the same treatment every brother gets when they get arrested. They charge you with what they can prove, they think they can prove. And as the investigation goes on, if they think they can prove more stuff, they'll charge you with that.
We now know the identity of the man suspected of killing a Dallas toddler. That man's been identified as 18-year-old Darren Brown. So far, he is only being charged with kidnapping and theft, but investigators say they are anticipating more charges pending the results of a forensic analysis. Now, yesterday morning, 4-year-old little boy found dead in the middle of the street. This is in the Mountain Creek neighborhood in Dallas. Police say that child died in a violent manner, was killed with an edged weapon. The case is being treated as a murder investigation, and of course, when more information is provided by authorities, we will update you on air and online.
The Dallas neighborhood swirling with rumors, worrying and unanswered questions after a 4-year-old is found dead in the middle of the street. That child's body was discovered early Saturday in the 7500 block of Saddle Ridge Drive. This man, 18-year-old Darren Brown, has been named a suspect in the case, but for now, he has only been charged with kidnapping and burglary. Our Robbie Owens is live for us in the neighborhood tonight with what we know today. Robbie?
Ken, right now, an air of mourning still hangs over this Dallas neighborhood. The memorial to that child that's growing here beside me, just one reflection of that. Police insist they have the right person in custody, but tell me they're not going to say more until additional charges are filed. Meanwhile, I spoke with that suspect's mother this afternoon, and she insists that her son is being set up. What do you believe happened?
I think that 4-year-old boy was killed at them people's home, and I believe someone had transportation, like a car or truck, and transported his body to the body site.
How do you know this family, where the little boy had been staying?
My kids only know the other ones that stay there, but they don't know the 2 4-year-olds.
Have you been able to speak with him since he was arrested?
No, ma'am. I have not been able to speak to him nor see him, not at all. And that's why I'm so furious.
She's furious. Read the room, woman. We don't really need to know how furious you are right now. Have some class.
Have you been able to speak with him since he was arrested?
No, ma'am. I have not been able to speak to him nor see him, not at all. And that's why I'm so furious.
How difficult have these past couple of days been for you?
Very difficult. Very difficult for me. I can't eat, I can't sleep, me nor my husband or my kids. My kids are scared, they're traumatized. They're getting threatening texts and calls from the boy.
Because the community now thinks that your son was capable of doing this. What would you like the community to know about your son?
Do not believe what you see nor hear. Believe what you feel. Not just from my...
Believe what we feel. You don't want us to do that. You do not want us to do that.
The community now thinks that your son was capable of doing this. What would you like the community to know about your son?
Do not believe what you see nor hear. Believe what you feel. Not just for my son, but for that 4-year-old boy's life getting taken for someone in that home.
You think there's more to this story?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Darren Brown's mother told me today that her son had some mental health issues in the past, but again...
Boom. So just in case they can prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt that he did it, he had mental health issues. He didn't do it. But if he did, he had mental health issues. Mom's smart, though. Mom playing it smart, man. You're always innocent until proven guilty. Oh, yeah, that's not what CNN and Black Lives Matter and the media tell us. Black people don't get a fair shake in the criminal justice system. They just get locked up for no reason. Especially when you kill a white person. Which rarely happens, because black people never kill white people. Because every time they do, they get lynched. Just want you to think about this. This woman got on the news whining and moaning after her son allegedly killed, her black son killed a little white 4-year-old in the deep south. And the family ain't in hiding. There's no white lynch mobs running around looking for him. All these bullshit narratives we hear is really the other way. Because if this had happened the other way, it'll be a mob outside these people's house. There would have been, that family wouldn't have been, if this had been the races have been reversed, oh Lord, Jesus Christ. You already know.
Darren Brown's mother told me today that her son had some mental health issues in the past, but again was adamant that he is not capable of harming a child. Other neighbors I've spoken with here, though, tell me that they are going online, and other neighbors sharing stories of other troubling run-ins with this suspect. We'll get into that, Ken, ahead at 5.
Robbie, before we let you go, there are several questions that keep coming up, and one of the main ones, where were the parents in all of this, and why didn't anyone come looking for that 4-year-old at 5:30 in the morning? Any details on that?
Yeah, that's a question that a lot of people here have. Ken, I can tell you that police sources tell me that the child's biological mother does not live in the Dallas area. The child and a sibling, I'm told, had been here living with the father and a girlfriend. That father disappeared sometime around the end of February, early March, leaving the children in the care of this girlfriend. Yes, a lot, Ken, for police to unravel.
Yeah. Plenty of it. Okay. Robbie, thank you very much for the very latest on that. We'll see you at 5 o'clock.
All new at 10 o'clock, CBS is learning some troubling new details about the death of a 4-year-old Dallas boy. J.D. Miles at Dallas Police Headquarters with the new information that he has learned tonight.
Dallas Police homicide detectives are putting together their case here against an 18-year-old man, which may include a possible murder weapon, according to court documents obtained tonight by CBS 11 News. A memorial continues to grow tonight in the middle of a southwest Dallas neighborhood, where the body of 4-year-old Cass Jaron was discovered Saturday morning.
I'm still wanting to know why. You know, everybody wants to know the why.
Why would someone kill a child and leave their body on a street corner where it was discovered by a jogger? Dallas police say 18-year-old Darren Brown is the prime suspect. He has already been charged with kidnapping and burglary at the home 8 blocks away on Florina Parkway, where the child was sleeping. That's where detectives located a tissue paper in a bathroom that had blood drops on it. A small pocket knife was also located and seized. The teenage suspect's mother told CBS 11's Robbie Owens over the phone that her son has some mental health issues, but isn't capable of such a violent act.
I think that 4-year-old boy was killed at them people's home, and I believe someone had transportation, like a car or truck, and transported his body to the body site.
But neighbors say the teenage suspect was known for causing trouble.
This ain't this kid's first rodeo. Diverge from what people outside of the home think of the kid. That's very common. Mothers, that spans across races, though. That's not just a black woman thing. That's a mama thing. Mama know their son ain't worth a damn. She know he ain't worth a damn. Still can't come to grips with it. So let's see what this kid was really like, because you cannot trust nothing the mama say.
But neighbors say the teenage suspect was known for causing trouble.
This guy here, he's on Nextdoor, where he's busted into cars, busted Ring doorbells, seen with carrying a hammer. He threatened one of the people's life. People are asking, why didn't the police pursue that? But, you know...
You asked for less police. You said that because of what happened to a guy in Minneapolis, that you needed less police in your town. I don't feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for the 4-year-old. But this whole sense of security that you felt, that you've lost, this whole feeling of vulnerability that you have, I don't feel sorry for you. Now, I wish the 4-year-old didn't happen to the 4-year-old. I really do. I wish it would have happened to one of y'all. I really do. I really do wish it would have happened to one of them. One of these adults in this neighborhood. Because they were big on that Black Lives Matter stuff in Dallas. The white people, too. Mainly the white people. And it had this Darren kid been killed by a cop while he was doing one of the other things that he did do, y'all would have been protesting. So I ain't even trying to hear none of this shit, man. You get it how you live, cracker.
This guy here, he's on Nextdoor, where he's busted into cars, busted Ring doorbells, seen with carrying a hammer. He threatened one of the people's life. People are asking, why didn't the police pursue that? But, you know, that's just what, his side of the story. I don't know the other side of the story.
Authorities have revealed that the little boy was living along with a sibling at the home of an acquaintance of his father, who still hasn't been located. Meanwhile, Cash's mother reportedly was unaware of her son's whereabouts for the last 2 months, until police informed her that he was murdered.
Now look at this little white boy's life, how screwed up and jacked up his life was. Mama lives somewhere else, dad, everything, all the woman there, don't know, the boy just came in, the house killed. Look how vulnerable this white boy was. Considering his conditions, if you look at his conditions, living conditions, and environment, even the fucking white guy, the teen that they got there that we saw in the earlier clip, all these random people around this little boy could have been molested. Who knows what happened to this little boy in his 4 years? I mean, just in a vulnerable situation. And then people online trying to make this conspiracy theory, trying to say they set up the black guy. They set the black guy up. They really killed the kid and they set the black guy up. He made him take the fall for it. But look how vulnerable this little boy was, man. God, dog.
And we are told tonight the victim's sibling has been reunited with their mother. Sources say the suspect and the family the child was living with knew each other, but we don't know anything more about that yet. In Dallas, J.D. Miles, CBS.